Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm reacting to a video by Nush called Using Andrew Tate's Pickup Line. Let's get into the video.
Boy Nush, you already know I'm back with another bang. Today I'm going to be using Andrew Tate's pickup line to pick up girls at the University of Tampa. If you don't know what Andrew Tate's pickup line is,
You must be a bit cold without a top on.
I'm going to roll the clip for you right now.
The first thing you need to do is you need to get their attention. So I have to get their attention in a very calm, slow, cool way. So I'm like, excuse me. Very like, don't be worried, I'm not going to attack you. Very like, excuse me.
Right, okay, so Andrew's talking about cold approach pickup here. It's also called, like, you could call it day game. The reason why it's called cold approach is because it's like a sales term. It's sort of like if you get a lead, you can say like it's a cold or a warm lead. So that means that they've never heard of you before. You're going in cold, so to speak, like there's no temperature. Whereas if it's you're asking somebody out that you already know, it's kind of a warm lead. You already have history together. So this is just randomly going up to somebody in the street that you fancy and asking them out, you know, and they call it pickup. I don't like that term, and I don't like the term pickup artist. But let's see what Andrew's approach is for going up to a girl that he likes in the street to see if he can get a date.
Once you have their attention, what I personally say, and I know this is cliche,
So what he's saying is the first step, get their attention. And this seems quite obvious, but a lot of people make this mistake, because if you're going into a nightclub or somewhere it's noisy, or if the environment isn't very clear, especially if you're a complete stranger, you're going up to somebody, you might not have their attention. So it's very important to get their attention first, so that when you're talking to them, they know that you are actually trying to talk to them.
Expecting some amazing line. It's really not a line. I want to make my intention clear from the beginning. So like, excuse me. I just wanted to say you are absolutely beautiful. And I say it, and I look them in the eyes. I'm all bitch. I'll look you directly in the eyes when I tell you you're beautiful. I'm not a punk. I'm not afraid of nobody. I make my intention clear. The reason I say...
Right, so the second step is to tell them that they look beautiful. Now, this does a few different things, because this is displaying intent so that you know she knows why you're coming up to her. She don't know if you're after money, or if you're trying to sell her something, or if you're trying to attack her. Like, she got no fucking clue. So you come up to her and say that she's beautiful. So that's opening with a compliment, which I think is the best way to open up with someone. And this is, even if this is a guy, like if you go up to a guy and you want to network with the guy, you go up and you pay him a compliment. It could be something about what he's wearing. Oh mate, I like your shoes. It could be that you're impressed by something that he's done, so you go up and offer him a compliment. I used to be a magician, and I need to network with other magicians. So what I'd usually do is watch something that they've done, and then find something in it that I liked, and then go up to them and let them know, compliment them, saying the thing that I liked about it. Hi mate, you're right, I saw your show the other night and I really like that trick you did, you know, with the playing card and all this kind of stuff. And then they'd come back with, oh, thank you very much, you know, and all this kind of stuff, because you're going up and giving value, you're giving a compliment, you're giving a genuine appraisal, is that it's not coming from a needy place. It's not something like you're coming up and here's a compliment, but I want something in return. It's just, here's a compliment. It's just giving. And even if you don't have the confidence to ask out a girl, a good drill, so to speak, would just be to go around and just give people compliments throughout the day. Just try that. If you're a person that's a bit shy or a bit nervous, or you've got anxiety about approaching people, just look for something that you like and go up and compliment somebody. A lot of guys are afraid to go up to pretty girls, and especially girls that they fancy. So you can practice by saying things to your friends at first, just complimenting them. If you can't give a compliment, just say hello. You just need to do it little and often, so that it feels natural and normal for you to go up and speak to people that you wouldn't ordinarily talk to.
I'll look you directly in the eyes when I tell you you're beautiful. I'm not a punk. I'm not afraid of nobody. I make my intention clear. The reason I say that is because 99% of the time, unless the girl's a fucking cunt as a person, the only thing she can really say is thank you. She has to say something positive, right? So we've started.
Yeah, and if she does say something negative or condescending, or brushes you off, or gives you a shit test, or whatever you think she's going to do, which is your internal fear as to you think she's going to reject you or whatever, then she's just a dickhead. And then you just walk away and just ignore her politely. Like, you know, your objective is to go out and give positivity. And if that's not well received, then walk away from it, because you can't offer positivity to someone who's giving you negativity back. It doesn't work out that way.
This girl's a fucking cunt as a person. The only thing she can really say is thank you. She has to say something positive, right? So we've started, let's look at this from a human psychology perspective. Now I'm a stranger, but the first interaction is positive. True or false, right? So I've come over and said, you're absolutely beautiful. And she says, thank you. I said, you're welcome. I just wanted to come and tell you that. I'm sure you hear it all the time. And I was wondering if I could have your Instagram. The reason I asked for an Instagram is because it's...
Sometimes I would add on to something like this, because beautiful is very generic. And so there must be something other than her beauty that caught your eye. Maybe you're intrigued by her, or a demeanor, or maybe something she was wearing, or whatever it is. So I think opening up with "you're beautiful," and if she takes the compliment, wow, oh, thank you very much. And then you can just compliment her on something that, you know, she's wearing, or the way that she looks, or even if she says thank you in a nice way, you can say, oh, and you seem like a nice person too. Like, just keep building on the positivity. Because she could have been a right cunt, like Andrew said, she could have been a right cunt about it and said, what do you want? Like, oh, thanks, cheers. Like, she could have just been a dickhead, a feminist dickhead. If she was, like, receiving the compliment well, just compliment her on that. Oh, not only are you beautiful, you seem like a really cool person as well. Like, whatever comes to mind, whatever inspires you. Like, when you look at a woman and you're attracted to her and you desire her, there must be something that attracts you, else you wouldn't feel desire. So you don't have to be too crass about it. The first thing I do is I think about, what do I like about this girl? And then I go up and I tell her what it is that I like about her. After she's received the first compliment well, I do a double-handed compliment.
So I've come over and said, you're absolutely beautiful. And she says, thank you. I said, you're welcome.
So far I agree with this. Get their attention and then give them a genuine compliment directly.
I just wanted to come and tell you that. I'm sure you hear it all the time. And I was wondering if I could have your Instagram. The reason I asked for an Instagram is because it's a far less personal than a phone number. If you ask for a phone number,
This is where me and Andrew Tate slightly differ, because I go up, I give the compliment, I get a vibe for how she is, if I want to take things further or not. And then I ask if she's single. And if she is, I'll ask her out for a drink. Now, a lot of guys will quite happily go out with a girl that has a boyfriend, or is seeing someone, or has a husband, or whatever. But I'm not comfortable with that. I need to qualify them. And again, this is where I differ to the pickup artists and to most guys. So my approach is slightly different, because I'm not going out trying to get something from the girl. I know my standard, and I'm trying to go out to see if she's good enough for me. It's a completely different flip round strategy. I don't want to be dating anyone who's already got a boyfriend or a husband, or it's complicated or whatever. So I want to know that they're single. And then the next thing that I do is I ask them out for a drink, because I want to get to know them better, because we're probably just passing in the street, wherever I happen to be. It's got to be a very quick interaction. So I need to gauge interest. She's taken the compliment, but she might just be being nice. She might not fancy me back, or she might not be intrigued enough. So I basically just ask her out. I give her the compliment. I tell her a personalised compliment. If she takes it well, I ask her if she's single. If she says, yes, I'm single, I then ask her out for a drink. If she says, no, I'm not single, I've got a husband, then I say, he's a very lucky man. And then she'll smile and I'll say, have a nice day. And it's a lovely, beautiful interaction, because all you've done, you haven't gotten to the stage of asking her out, because all you've done is go and give her a compliment, and she said that she's already spoken for. And let's say she's lying. Let's say that she doesn't have a boyfriend or a husband or whatever, and she's just trying to get rid of you. Well, that's a polite lie, isn't it? It's still saying no. So even if she is lying, don't worry about it. Just say, well, he's a very lucky guy or girl, if she happens to be a lesbian. It was nice to meet you. Have a nice day. And go. If she's single, then I'd ask her out for a drink. If she agrees to a drink, then I'll get her WhatsApp. I don't get Instagram, because although I have an Instagram account, I'm not really on Instagram. So then I'll get her WhatsApp, and then I'll message her later that day. So I get attention, give a compliment, check to make sure that she's single, ask her out for a drink, and get her WhatsApp. And I do those 5 things in about a minute. So this only takes about a minute. So I know that some people, when they do day game, or if they're, you know, going around doing cold approach pickup, they're there for like 5, 10, 15 minutes trying to build rapport and stuff. I don't do that. I don't try and play that game. And the reason why they call it day game is because there's girls that aren't interested in you, girls that are on the fence with you, that are like maybe girls, and there are girls that are really down to get with you and go out, and, you know, they're really excited to do it. So what they say is that, and I've heard a lot of the pickup artist guys say that you've got to convert the maybe girls into yes girls. Well, I don't agree with that. I only want to go out with people that really want to go out with me. So I don't try bother converting. To me, a maybe is a no. I make the decision for them because now it's put me off them. And this goes back to my whole approach, is that I don't care about what she's thinking about. I care about what I think about. I don't care about what she thinks of me. I care about what I think of me. So the attitude that I go in isn't trying to get appeasement. It's trying to get qualification that she's good enough.
I just wanted to come and tell you that. I'm sure you hear it all the time. And I was wondering if I could have your Instagram. The reason I asked for an Instagram is because it's a far less personal than a phone number. If you ask for a phone number, very few people have her phone number. But every random motherfucker already follows her on Instagram. So why would she say no? So she gives it to you. And this is human psychology.
Yeah, that's true. And he has a point. So if you're trying to get compliance and you're, you know, running the numbers game for the funnel, that makes sense. It makes sense to get her Instagram because she's less likely to say no. But at the same time, the reason why I want her WhatsApp is because it is personal. And me going up to her is personal and asking her out. We're already chatting in person, so it is personal. So it's perfectly natural to get their number. That's what you would have done before the online Instagram and online dating and all that other kind of stuff. That's what I'm used to because I'm old school. So I'm not disagreeing with Andrew Tate here. He's got his way of doing it, and that's what I'm looking at in this video. And so far, everything that he said is spot on. So I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying that I have a slightly different way because I'm looking for a slightly different type of qualification process. But if you're a normal guy going out that has Instagram and is afraid of going up to girls, this is perfect. I'm not afraid of getting rejected because I don't give a fuck what she thinks. But a lot of guys do.
Who are on Instagram. So why would she say no? So she gives it to you. And this is human psychology. She's already said thank you. It's already positive. Now she's giving you her Insta, which everyone else has. And after she gives me her Insta, this is the true test. I say, what's your name? Let's say she says, Jade. I'm a Eurocentric, Bubba. No, I'm just... Jade. I'll say, it's nice to meet you, Jade. I'll shake her hand. And I'll wait 2 seconds.
The shaking of the hand is very important. There's a thing called kinesthetic. It's basically touch. And the best way to first touch somebody, I find, is just basically a handshake. Don't be too firm with it. Don't be too soft with it. Just a nice, gentle handshake.
Jade, I'll say, it's nice to meet you, Jade. I'll shake her hand. And I'll wait 2 seconds. If she says, what's your name? She's on it. If she wants to know my name back, it's done. Game over. 100%.
I understand why Andrew's saying that. I think my qualification, because he's testing for compliance and to see if she's interested, indicators of interest. So my indicator of interest is her agreeing to go out for a drink with me, because she didn't need to have done that. And she might just be saying it to brush me off, or because she's nervous or shy or whatever reason, but she can always cancel later on, can't she? But the reason why I'm taking her WhatsApp instead of her Instagram is because we've already agreed to go out on a date. We've already met. We've already touched by shaking hands. We have experience of one another. We're not just some virtual person online, a complete stranger. We get each other's vibe. We can smell each other. Like you can gauge a lot through interacting with somebody. And so it makes it more personal.
If she says, what's your name? She's on it. If she wants to know my name back, it's done. Game over. 100.
And this is something that I actually did. I'd say, you know, oh, what's your name? And I'd ask and all that kind of stuff, and she'd tell me. And I just never thought of this consciously. I'd always done this unconsciously. I never told them my name. I always kept it quiet. And then if they did ask, then I knew that they had indicators of interest, like what Andrew's done. The only thing I will say is, like he's saying 100%, all this kind of stuff. The only thing I will say is girls are flaky and they do change their mind. And there is social compliance where she's being nice and friendly and smiling and, you know, shaking hands and all this kind of shit because she's just trying to be a nice person and she's socially complying. And then there's sexual compliance, where she's actually genuinely interested in going out on a date with you. So she'll happily go out with you as a date. I mean, this is why they put them in the friend zone and stuff like that. So she'll happily go out on a date with you and waste your time and chat for hours and never actually take it any further. And then there's other girls that really want to get into a relationship with you and have an intimate relationship. So I understand what Andrew's saying, but I don't know if that's a sexual compliance or if that's just a social compliance, because it's just knowing somebody's name. But it's strange that he should say that, because I've always done that. And I did it without thinking about it, because I want to gauge how interested she is in me. Just to clarify, everything that Andrew Tate has just said there, I agree with. It's just that I'm comparing it to the way that I do things. So, because it's very similar, but there's slight differences that I get the WhatsApp instead of the Instagram. I ask her out for a drink instead of just leaving it vague and just being another guy on Instagram. So when I text her later, it's personal because it's to a WhatsApp instead of Instagram. It's a personal message. And we've already agreed to a drink, so it's just a case of when and where and when you're free and all that kind of stuff. So it's already agreeing to meet up with her again upon meeting her while she's interested in you, as opposed to not getting back to her a bit later or a week later and she's like, who? What? Oh, that guy? Yeah. Oh, no. What? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Like, he tends to go cold.
Happens. You already know you got the W. The other goal is to get their Instagram. So I already know. Let's get in the fucking video. It might be a little cringy, but it's not my pickup line. It's Andrew Tate. So let's see how.
Yeah, if you're a young guy and, you know, you're a bit unsure and lack a bit of confidence and all that kind of stuff, and you're worried about what she thinks and you're anxious and all that, it's perfectly understandable. A lot of women don't realise the pressure of what young guys go through in just basically going up to a girl and, you know, even just giving her a compliment or talking to her. Like, it really petrifies men to the core to approach women, especially women they don't know, because they're just so... It's not just afraid of rejection. It's not just the fear of rejection. It's like a deep-rooted terror in some men. Let's have a look, see what this guy does.
The goal is when I ask for them what their name is for them to ask me what my name is. If that happens, you already know you got the W. The other goal is to get their Instagram. So I already know. Let's get in the fucking video. It might be a little cringy, but it's not my pickup line. It's Andrew Tate. So let's see how it works.
Susan, I just had to let you know. I think you're absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You probably hear it all the time. You don't? I was just wondering, you know, what you listening to? Gary? I don't know who that is, but...
I don't know.
I was wondering if I can get your Instagram. You got Instagram?
Yeah.
Let me get your Instagram. So, what you doing, homework?
Yeah, I have,
What's your major?
I'm an accounting major.
Accounting?
I like the Pink Panther music in the background.
That's what's up. That's fire.
What about you?
Business management.
Oh, okay. So you take similar classes too?
Yeah, so maybe we could study one day.
Yeah.
Alright, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nice to meet you. Shaylee.
Shaylee? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Nick.
That was good. That was a nice solid interaction. He's very chilled, very relaxed. That was a nice, there was nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, too. I just had to come over here and let you know that I think you're absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You probably hear it all the time, honestly. But I just wanted to know if I can get your Instagram.
Yeah, it's Haley.com.
Let me pull out my phone for it, though. And, you know, I just saw you sitting over here by yourself. Might as well. But you read a newspaper? You read the newspaper?
It's for a class.
What class is that?
Mass communications.
Is that your major, communications?
No, it's an elective.
What's your major?
Psychology.
That's what's up. All right, well, what's your name?
Haley.
Haley, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Nick.
The fuck? What you doing, bro? You good? The fuck? Are you good, bro? Tripping, man.
If that guy is in on it, that's funny, I suppose. If he's not in on it, that's terrible. I don't agree with that at all.
Is this seat open?
Sorry?
Is this seat open?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I just want to come over here and let you know. I just think you're absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you probably hear it all the time. And
Thank
I was,
you.
Yeah, I was just wondering, can I get your, you got Instagram? I can get your Instagram? All right, where?
Yeah, do you want me to put it in?
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Nick. What's your name?
Nick, Olivia.
Olivia. It's nice to meet.
Yeah, you too.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What year are you?
I'm a sophomore. How about you?
I'm a junior.
You see how she's asking more questions than the other girls did. So that's social compliance. So that's a good sign. But again, it doesn't necessarily equal to like desire. Like I think there's two camps. There's social attraction, where somebody's just genuinely interested in getting a friend and friend zone, and then there's sexual desire, where somebody's interested in having a romantic, intimate relationship.
You're a junior. That's what's up. Where are you from? But alright, it was nice meeting you. I'm gonna DM you, alright?
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, I'll see you. Yeah, is this sheet open?
I mean, like,
Nah, I just want to come over here. I just want to let you know, I just think you're absolutely beautiful.
well, thank you.
Yeah, you probably hear it all the time. I was just wondering, you got Instagram?
Yeah.
I can snap your Instagram real
Yeah,
quick?
sure.
Oh, yeah, word. Alright, bet. What you doing, homework?
I'm taking the class.
He's doing really well, and he's getting lots of compliance. And yeah, so what you do as a guy is you go out and you get, say, 10 phone numbers from girls that you're really attracted to, and then from those phone numbers some will get back to you, and then from the ones that get back to you, arrange to meet up for a drink, and then from those drinks some of them will then go out on a date, and then from those some of them will hook up, and then from some of those hookups you'll manage to get a girlfriend out of it. It is like a funnel, very similar to a sales funnel. Some of the leads will, some of the leads won't. And because you've got abundance, you don't worry about girls saying no. If you get fixated on one girl, and like, she's my everything, I have to have her and no one else, and all kind of, that's when you start to get into problems. Because now you've got one-itis. There's a variety of girls out there, and if you get fixated on one, you get needy, you get desperate, you get clingy, you're not solid, you're not strong, you're weak and flimsy, and you're more likely to have antisocial behaviors. So it's important to have abundance so you don't get one-itis, and so that you're aware that you have options. And it's like with anything, the more you practice something, because this is a social skill, and it is a skill, it's something that's sometimes learned because it doesn't come naturally to people. And like with any other skill, the more you practice it, the better you get at it. If you have never played tennis before and you go and play tennis, you're going to be crap the first time. If you've been playing it for a couple of weeks, you'll be a bit better. After a few months, you'll be even better. Years of playing tennis, you're going to be exponentially better than your first lesson. The same with anything else. The same with going out with girls and dating. It's the same kind of thing. The more you practice it and get good at it, the more you get to pay attention to what people like, and the more you pay attention to what you like, and you can just disregard what doesn't work and or feels uncomfortable for either one of you. Just go after what you want and you'll get it.
Oh, you're taking the quiz on, my bad. Alright, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah,
All right,
what's your name?
My name is Nick. Nice to meet you. I'll see you around, alright?
That's weird. I don't like that.
Sorry, can I have my personal space?
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, the pickup line works. It might be a little cringy, but it fucking works. Andrew Tate's the fucking G. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, go watch my other video. You already know it's your boy Nush, and I'm out. Peace.
Oh my God. I just gotta let you know, you are so beautiful. Oh my God. Thanks. You probably get it all the time. I mean, you are beautiful, but I was just wondering, can I get your Instagram?
I have a boyfriend, sorry.
You know, that's what's up.
See the difference between the way in which he's approaching. So he's intentionally going out and acting more dorky and beta male and more weird. And because he's acting weird, she doesn't want to have anything to do with him. And so she just brushes him off. So you see the difference. And that's comparing him to him. He looks the same. He's saying the same lines, but it's the way in which he's saying it that is completely different. In the other ones, he had confidence. In this one, he's been a dork. Do you see the difference? So it doesn't matter what you look like or what you say or all that kind of stuff. It's the vibe. She's not feeling it. The other girls were feeling it. And it's because of the way in which he's behaving. And this is very important. This is something that is difficult to teach, because if you go out and you feel relaxed and confident and chill and all that kind of stuff, you're going to give off that energy. If you come out as nervous or shy or afraid or dorky or anything like that, or weird, then people don't want to have anything to do with you. So it's a different vibration. One's like that and the other one is solid.
Skedaddle on out. Excuse me? I just want to let you know you are absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You probably hear it all the time, but
I don't actually.
Really?
No.
I was just wondering, can I get your Instagram?
I actually have a boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, but I appreciate it.
That's what's up. Enjoy your day. Have a good day. Excuse.
But yeah, that one wasn't as bad. But even still, it might not be. You might be doing everything right because she responded well. But if she has a boyfriend and she's loyal to him, she won't want to be getting in touch with other people.
Excuse me? I just had to let you know you are absolutely beautiful.
Before we continue with this, the way that I see it is, you shouldn't take any of this personally. If a girl rejects you, she's not rejecting you. I think that's where people. The point I want to make is to men is that if a girl says no to you, she's not rejecting you. It's just not a good fit. You know, when you go into a shoe shop and you put on one shoe and it's too tight, and you put on another shoe and it's too big, and then you find the shoe and it looks the same as all the other shoes, but it's just the right size for you. It's the same thing with dating girls. You can go up to a girl, and if you're not feeling it or she's not feeling it, then it's not rejection. It's just not a good fit. And so what you've got to do is you've got to see a shoe that you like and go up and find the right size for you. It's a bit of a weird metaphor, analogy, call it what you will, but that's basically what you're doing. Don't take it personally. It's not personal. You're just going up to, like, trying clothes on. You're just going to see what fits, and you'll fit with some people nicely, and other people you just won't fit. You won't be a good match, and it's not necessarily your fault and it's not her fault. You just don't gel, you don't have chemistry, you're not a good match, you're not a good fit. And that could be at any stage of the interaction, from when you first meet somebody, or even if you start getting intimate with somebody, or at any point during the relationship, or even if you've been going out for a long time and something just doesn't feel right, and that causes people to withdraw. So you're always calibrating with one another. So don't take it personally if a girl rejects you, because she's not really rejecting you, or she says no to you, or I have a boyfriend, even if she's lying, or if she feels weird or uncomfortable. Have a nice day, take care of yourself, off you go, leave, get out of there.
I'll be honest with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You probably hear it all the time, but
you see, I wouldn't do this with girls that I see on a regular basis. So for example, if I'm going into a supermarket and there's a girl on the checkouts, but I wouldn't do it because I want to go back to my checkout, or at the petrol station where I go on a regular basis, or at work. I don't go out with anyone at work. My day-to-day activities where I'm engaging with the same girls, if I fancy a girl, then I'm just like, well, I'll go out with somebody else, because I'm not going to, because if we go out and we break up, I've got to then see her on a regular basis, whether it's at work or at the store or whatever, and I don't want to have that. I want to be able to go about my day and not feel weird or awkward every time I pass this girl. So it's better to just go out, whether it's in a nightclub or just in the street, like a shopping centre or somewhere like that, somewhere that's heavily crowded, a local festival or something like that, and get as many numbers as you can, and then from that go out with the ones that are interested, and don't get upset or offended if girls don't want to have anything to do with you because they have a boyfriend, or because they're gay, or whatever it, or because they just don't like you. Whatever it is, it doesn't fucking matter. Don't worry about what they're thinking about. Be concerned with going after what you want and focusing on that.
Can I just get your Instagram?
Is this a joke?
No, I'm dead.
Are you trying to like go around and like see like, I don't know.
I don't know. I just think you're beautiful, and I just want your Instagram. I'm dead.
See, this is awkward and weird.
No, it's just like nobody has ever like said that. But
No one called you beautiful? I thought you would hear it all the time.
No one has like, I don't know.
All right.
No one just comes up to me randomly.
Alright, thanks. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
What's your name again? What's your name?
Kayla.
Kayla, nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Nice meeting you.
Known a girl for 6 months, dinner up at my place, but I got these.
Now, if you don't want to go up and approach girls in the street or in a bar or in a club, like the old-fashioned way of doing it, if you're a bit more kind of would like to stay out the way of all that and you'd like to do online dating, then you definitely need my product, and the advert's at the end of the video, and I'll tell you exactly what to say and do in order to get you on as many dates as possible with the girls that are interested in you. If you're matching with a lot of girls and they're not converting over to a date, this product will help you determine which ones are interested and the ones that aren't. Hope this has been helpful. Hello, my name is Doug, and I've created a video tutorial called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. The reason why I've created this product is to help those men out there who are dating online but are not getting the replies or getting the dates that they desire. My product will teach you what to message a girl, what not to message a girl, when to message a girl, how to respond when you're not sure what to write, what to do if she doesn't reply, how to get her phone number, and how to communicate to get online dating success. If you're getting matches and no success, this product is for you. It's what you need to do today to start getting success with your matches. I'll also be talking about other issues such as how to spot red flags, identify time wasters, to stay out the friend zone, how to deal with ghosting, simmering and icing. Not only will I be giving you exactly what you need, copy and paste, I'll also be explaining to you the reason why I'm writing what I'm writing so you can understand the psychology and know what behaviours to look out for and which ones to avoid. This product is packed with value. I've tried to cram as much as I can into a short amount of time as possible while being the most informative. If you're a man and you're confused and frustrated with what to text with online dating, this product is the solution for you to get more dates in less time. Click the link in the description box below to buy the product and change your dating life forever.